Welcome back to Cheeseburgers of the World, and we're exploring the globe together. And today, we're gonna visit the Balkans, a burger that took me forever to learn how to pronounce. But I'm gonna say it right now live, the Pletskavitska. Yeah, this burger particularly is incredible, but we're gonna find out how good it tastes because I haven't had it before, and so we're gonna do it live. So this burger typically comes with pork and beef, or lamb and chicken. And it's quite of a big burger. The origin of this burger is Serbian. Quite interesting. The Serbian burger, yep. Everyone in the whole world is doing a burger, and everyone has a different take on it. I like the fact that you can go to different places and get different, conversations about a burger. Like this one's, to me, when I started to read about it, I found it quite interesting, like the history of them using multiple style of meats. Yeah, it's quite clever, honestly, because you can get beef, you can get pork, you can get chicken all in the same bite. And it's kind of a big burger. So you're gonna see how big this is, and slide this knife right underneath it. It's also considered a national dish, alongside a couple other national dishes, the paprikas and goulash, which is, paprikas is a soup, and goulash is a soup as well. Anybody out there who's Serbian and I'm getting these words wrong, hit me up. We can talk about it. I like education. Look at that sizzle, listen to the sizzle. That's gonna go for a bit. I'm gonna add some oil to the top of it. That oil's gonna really help. Get some char on the other side, and then some salt. There you go. In the meantime, put this over here. So a lot of you are asking and wondering, why is this guy teaching us about burgers? Who's this random dude on TV teaching you about burgers, and what do I know? I know a lot. I sacrifice a lot of my time to make and learn about burgers. I'm a self-proclaimed expeditionist. You know those guys, Lois and Clark, how they discovered America? Not typically discovered, but the lands and mapped it all out. I'm mapping out burgers. And about 3 years ago, I started this burger journey after being a chef for 20 years, working at some of the best restaurants around the world. I was like, I wanted to open a burger joint, so I did it, but I had to eat burgers. I had to test myself and see if I was capable of making burgers with some of the best. And honestly, I think I did a good job. And now I'm exploring the globe by making these incredible burgers around the world. For me, burgers are very, very important. It's the quintessential meal. Like if you like a salad, you can put lettuce on it. If you don't, you don't have to. Burgers has everything. It's a thing that you can just eat anytime, any place, and everyone will enjoy it. So right here, I'm cutting a pita open because I'm gonna stuff this burger inside. So you can go like that. I'm gonna make a big hole and toss this burgers in there. So you see these, they're pretty big. So over the last 3 years, I've eaten over 350 burgers across Canada and America. Quite amazing. So that's part of my qualifications to be here teaching you about burgers. I sacrifice all that time eating those burgers. What's important about when you're researching burgers is to research what you like about a burger in the first place. Like, why do you like a burger? Is it because it's really, really good beef? Maybe. Do you like it because you like really interesting toppings? Maybe. So those are the things that you have to figure out for yourself. And for me, I like the burger because I think it's a gastronomic treasure. And as you can see, it's not only American. This burger is global. Burgers are just global. Everyone has their own interpretation of burgers. People say it was originated in Germany. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. But I'm kind of like that old school, just beef. Don't add all the other stuff to it, because if you do, it becomes a meatloaf. But once you hear these amazing stories about people around the world creating these amazing burgers, you figure it out. You're like, this isn't just the way we do it in America. This has to do with so many different other cultures, other reasons, which is why I love this so much. Now we're getting down to the nitty gritty here. These patties are, as you can see, these are really big. Like, these pitas are just as big as my hand. So you can see how big these are. We'll start plating. Put that there. Yeah, so what you want to do is stuff this with, this is ajar. It's a chili sauce. You want to put in there. You can buy that at the store. You can find a Serbian style grocery store. And this right here is, some of you guys know this as clotted cream, but it's kamak. It's very similar to clotted cream, more of a breakfast type of situation. So we're gonna do 2 of these. I'm gonna stuff this right in there. This one's gonna be mine. It's like a pita sandwich. If you ever go and get a pita and they just stuff everything in there. And then I got a nice little salad in there. I'm quite excited. I hope you are. Look at that. So you can see the different colors. Nice caramelization up there. Oh, wow, look at that. Okay, I'm gonna toss this here. I'm gonna toss this one in here. There we go. Okay, time for a bite. It's quite interesting. If you guys see that, it's quite interesting. So I don't know how to eat this. I guess you just like, I'm gonna fold it up. Yeah, like that. This is good. Look at it, drip, drip. Can't let that sauce get away. All right. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm gonna find a Balkan restaurant having one by a Balkan chef. But I think I did a great job, and you can do it too at home. There you have it, the Pleckskibitska. This is Cheeseburgers of the World. I'm Joe Friday. Join me next time while we continue our burger journey across the globe.